Hey guys, welcome to Sorted George Garage with me, Julian. Whether you're doing brake pipes, transmission lines, fuel lines, I'm going to show you how to make your very own pipe straightener. Right guys, what we're going to be using to make this pipe straightener, I've got down here a bit of scrap. It's actually come from an old bed frame, believe it or not. This is about inch box section. I'm just going to cut this off and use that. That's all I need. And you want some little rollers, just cheapo little rollers, just enough so that the brake pipe can fit in there. Now there's enough room in there for a, was it 3/16? Yeah, 3/16 6mm brake pipe. I think it goes up to about 11mm, 12mm, something like that. Anyway, so you want 5 of them. Most importantly, cup of tea. Lovely. Right, now we got the 2 pieces cut to length. Like I said, they are 20 centimeters long, if I didn't say already. So they're going to be 20 centimeters long. So the one with the 3 rollers, I am going to put at 5, 10 and 15 centimeters to the center of that bearing. And the other one is going to be at 7.5 and 12.5 to the center of that bearing. I think I want to go over a bit. Let's do that again. Yeah, 7.5 and 12.5. That way then, when they clamp together, they will sit like so. They don't need to go that close, because obviously you're going to have the brake pipe in between. But that should be enough there, and also the 2 bolts with wing nuts are going to go through there to hold them together. Yeah, so that's the measurements for what we're going to do. So, George, here we go. Okay, now we got our 5 holes measured. Let's go drill them out. And there we are with the holes drilled. I guess that's not too bad considering I don't have a pillar drill. So we'll look 5, 10, 15, and then on the other one we are 7.5 and 12.5. Job. And there she is, mocked up. That's how she's going to sit, like that. That's lined up quite nicely. Obviously they won't be that close, otherwise nothing's going to actually slide through, so they will be sort of apart like so. And what I've got to do now is just drill the 2 holes through both of them so that we can have a nut or a bolt and wing nut, just to tighten them up. Obviously I can cut these off just to shorten them down a bit, so there's not too much going on either end. And these ones underneath, what I should do is just put a nut on and trim them off as well. I need a washer or 2 in between the roller and the actual arm here, because obviously that's touching. So you just want to put a couple of washers in there so that it can just hold it away enough so that she can spin nicely. And the good thing about these bolts is they've got the square head on them, so you don't really need to worry about a washer, because it just sits there like so on the bearing. So she spins lovely. Banging. Right, let's crack on. Here we go. Okay, after a bit of messing about, slight change of plan. What I've done, I've actually put another nut so that that is just spinning lovely. Put a washer on and then go through the hole, and that will sit lovely above the iron and roll perfect. Sorted, George. and that's rolling lovely, all three of them. And same as that one. So washer on that end, nut down in there, just tighten it up. What you're going to do is just nip it up a little bit, and there you go, they roll lovely. Sorted, George, nice and easy. Right, now we take apart the mock up again. I've clamped this together, lined it all up, put some tape around it, drew me lines, and I've put a centre punch mark in the metal so that I can drill that, and that should be good to go. Sorted, George. Right, here we go. Right, and there it is done. Holes are drilled, jobbed, sorted. Now let's put it all together. All I've got to do is obviously trim these off, trim the bolts off, just to shorten them down a bit. And basically, there is your very own pipe straightener. I suppose we better give it a try, ain't we? Well, I've given it a test run. It's not too bad. Try and sort of straighten it out as best as you can. And then take it through. If you see the ones that are for sale, as in the, you know, quote unquote proper pre-made ones, then you see that they run it through and run it through and run it through like this. Now, I don't think that's too bad for £8. And a bit of time and a bit of scrap metal. I've got such a length over there. That ain't too bad. Right, let me show you so far what I've done. Well, that's not come out too bad at all. Yes, there's a little bit here that could be straightened out. But as you saw what was happening just a minute ago, when I was trying to straighten it out, and obviously I had the whole length, there was a bit of an archway here. That was obviously where I was trying to hold it. Because what was happening, because I've got some length basically right out to there, it was coming off of the desk. Ideally, you want to do something like this on the floor. Like I say, she was wrapped up in that bag, but I don't think that's too bad. At the end of the day, if you want a professional job, then, well, maybe go and spend sort of $40, $50 or, you know, 50 quid or $80 or however much they are. I haven't got a clue. It all depends on what size pipe you want to straighten, because I know, like, you've got 3/8, 5/16, etc., etc. So they come in all different sizes. But the beauty of this is, obviously, the wider the pipe, because this does from, I think it was like 6mm up to 11mm. So, yeah, the wider the pipe, you just loosen it off, don't you? So, you haven't got to buy 3 or 4 different ones, depending on what you do, and whether it's like, you know, fuel line, transmission pipes, or whether it's brake pipe. I hope this was a help to you. It works good enough for me. It's homemade, thread in the shed, make do amend, as you do, you know. I'm happy with it. And I'm happy to use it and put it on my car. Sorted, George. Bang it. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe if you wouldn't mind. It'll help the channel grow. Also, please check out my featured channel, Swede Machine. He's got a lot of good stuff going on over there. And I'll see you on the next one. It's Sorted George Garage.